What's up, everybody? So I'm here to do this video with you guys because it's been about 5 years since I've had this particular conversation with you all, and I've been having a few of my sicklers and a few people in general kind of question me recently about my smoking habits, and only because I've become much more vocal about what it is I choose to do. So I figured that it was time for me to come back and reiterate a lot of the things that I had said 5 years ago. So for a lot of you all who don't know my history, I've been smoking for a very long time, probably since maybe like the 6th grade. If you're probably 13, 14 years old around that time, that's about the time that I started smoking. I started smoking weed for recreational purposes, and that was it. There was nothing more, nothing less. I did it because everybody else was doing it, and I felt that I wanted to do it. In the process of that, I liked it, and I chose to continue to do it. As I got older, I started realizing that smoking helped certain pains that I was having, not all the pain. And I make sure that I stress that a lot when I say that to people, because I do come across a lot of sicklers who use their medical problems for the reason that they smoke, and I don't agree with that. I'm one of those people who feel you should always be honest about what it is that you do. You're not here to please anybody specifically, so if you're going to do it, be honest about it. If not with the world, at least yourself. You're smoking because you want to smoke, not because it helps the pain necessarily. But in the process of that, yes, it does help certain pains. Personally, for me, smoking helps a lot of my back pain. I have crises everywhere, but for some reason when I smoke and my back hurts, that's one of the main pains that the weed touches, is my back pain. Sometimes it helps with my leg pain, but it helps a little bit too with my avascular necrosis. So again, it doesn't help with everything, but it does help with a few of the issues that we have. I've never been one to lie about me smoking. Every doctor that I've always had has known from day one that I smoke. I won't say random, I get drug tests regularly. I say randomly because I can just go to the doctor today and they'll say they want to drug test me. But I always know that it's coming at some point. That's just my history. I take a lot of narcotics, therefore I need to get drug tested to make sure that my narcotics are in my system. And of course you're going to see the weed in my system due to that. I've never lied about it. I won't lie about it, and I won't stop. You know, as long as I feel that I want to smoke, I'm going to continue to smoke. I've just been lucky enough to have doctors who really don't care about me smoking. I've always been an advocate for smoking. I guess for me, the past, I say 6 months to a year, I've been smoking more medical marijuana. And the medical marijuana definitely helps more with more of the pains. It just depends on if you put the right pain with the right strain, and it helps a lot. But 9 times out of 10, again, I'm smoking for recreational purposes, not because I'm smoking to make this pain go away. I mean, it's just, I would prefer to smoke on a regular basis due to the pain versus taking the pills. And more of the sicklers that you talk to nowadays will tell you that some of them kind of feel that they're on their own when it comes to the way that they feel about smoking weed. But that's why I'm here today with this video, because I just want to let a lot of you all know that you're not by yourself. I've always felt like this. I'll forever feel like this. And you know, if you want to smoke weed instead of taking the narcotics, hey, I'm all for that. Nobody can tell you what's going on with you or what makes you feel better. So if that's what you want to do, do it, and don't be ashamed about it or embarrassed about it, because you need to do what you need to do to make you feel better. No one's gonna be able to tell me anything outside of You know, maybe you shouldn't do it. You can tell me that all you want, but nothing's going to change the way that I have to feel, the way that I feel I need to take care of me. And I like smoking weed, and that'll be my vice forever. I don't like drinking like that. I'm not a big drinker. Alcohol doesn't make me feel good. I would prefer to smoke. And if I didn't have to take any pills whatsoever, I would definitely smoke in the place of every single pill that I have to take. And yes, most sicklers will tell you that. We would prefer to smoke, because if I go to the hospital, then, you know, they tell you to go to the hospital if you need pain management. But then you go to the hospital and they treat you like drug addicts. You know, so a lot of us don't even like to be associated with the narcotics, with the pain medicine, just because of how we get looked at. I've been lucky enough not to have too many of those problems, but it's so many sicklers out here who do have that problem. And even people with just your regular debilitating illness. You know, a lot of people have that drug seeker label attached to them just because we have to take medicine to make yourselves feel better. But again, if I could smoke the weed without taking the medicine to make myself feel better, it would definitely be a plus, instead of having to roll over and pop a pill in the morning. You know, remember to set your alarm to take this pill at this time and to take this pill at that time. When if you could just smoke some weed and be happy, you know, everything would be okay. You know, if they would just legalize it and let everybody enjoy it, whether it's recreational or medical. You know, nobody's running around killing their wives because they smoked a blunt today, or they took a toke off of their bowl today. Nobody's freaking out. But yet, you can wake up in the morning and take a couple of shots and go to work and get on the road and drink and drive and lose your brain and want to kill everybody. But that's what alcohol does to you. You don't get that from weed, you know. And I keep saying weed, you guys, because I'm so not the politically correct person when it comes to speaking. This is the truth. This is my truth. This is me being me, and I don't say marijuana when I talk on a regular basis, so you're not going to hear me say marijuana too much now. I will say marijuana when I'm speaking about the medical stuff, but that's just because that's the term that's used. Me personally, I'm going to say weed, whether you say ganja, green, whatever you want to call it. I call it weed. That's me, so understand that. But yeah, it's just my preference, and I don't want you all to feel like you're doing something wrong, because you're not. And if you're doing it wrong, I'm doing it wrong. And at the end of the day, I really don't care what anybody thinks about what it is that I'm doing. And I think everybody should feel like that. Nobody should ever really care about what the next person thinks about them, regardless of what it is that you're doing. So, but that's just me. Hey, if you care, that's you. I don't. But I just want to let you guys know that it's definitely okay in my eyes. I'm not going to judge you, but I will forever be the marijuana advocate, but that's just what it is. I was just having a conversation with one of my sicklers, and she asked me, did my doctors question me about weed? And no, they don't. And I know I've come across a few sicklers who have asked me about smoking while they were pregnant, or me smoking while I was pregnant. Like, did it harm me? Personally, I don't think it did anything. My doctors allowed me to smoke throughout my pregnancies, both of them. That's okay. From my understanding, on my end, I've always been, you know, okay with it. Everybody around me has always been okay with it. I know I've come across a lot of sicklers who say their doctors say something totally different, but no, my belief, what my doctors are okay with me smoking. If I don't smoke, I don't eat. I don't eat, I don't gain weight. You get sick and you know the rest. So they're okay with it. Do I think it's okay to smoke while you're pregnant? Personally, my opinion, it's okay for me. It was okay for me. I don't know what it is for you, how your body's going to react, or what your doctor's going to tell you. But me, I'm okay with it. I don't know about the next person. Did it disturb my children? Mentally, personally, I would say it did, because they're so active and hyper. But for the most part, no, I don't think it did anything. And everything is perfectly fine. So that's just me though, again, my opinion, my feelings about the situation. But again, I just want to let you guys know that I am here, and those are my thoughts and feelings about weed in general. I will be an old bat being rolled to my window in my wheelchair with somebody rolling up for me. That's just how I feel about the situation. So I love you guys a lot, and I just wanted to update you all. I'll be posting this to all of my sites. Well, I'm gonna put it on my web page. I don't know if I told you guys about my website, but I have a new website. It's called Tootie Lathea, and you can get it at tootieLathea.com, or you can find me on Facebook up under Sickle Support or Tootie Lathea. And for the most part, just Google me, you guys. I could go down the line, but seriously, like, all jokes aside, Google me. Tootie Lathea, made by Kodak. You'll find me. I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.